What is an iceberg and why most of the iceberg remains hidden under the water? An iceberg is a giant piece of ice, generally more than 15 meters long, that floats freely in the water. It may be a small part of a giant glacier which has broken off from the main body and is now moving freely in the water. The tip of the iceberg that's visible is merely 10% of the total size of the iceberg. Almost 90% always remains hidden under the water. But what's the reason behind this? Why it doesn't sink completely? To understand this, we have to understand the concept of relative density. As we know, density is defined as mass per unit volume. It explains how closely atoms and molecules are packed together. The closer they are, the higher will be the density. Water density is 1000 kg per meter cube. It means a cube of 1 by 1 meter dimension will have a mass of 1000 kg water. If we drop something which has higher density compared to water, for example, an iron ball, it will sink down to the bottom. On the other hand, if we drop something which has similar density compared to water, 1000 kg per meter cube, then it will neither sink nor float. It will remain at the same position in equilibrium. But if we drop something which has lower density compared to water, then it will float, but some part of it will be submerged. And how much of it will be submerged depends on its density. If we drop something which has half the density of water, 5000 kg per meter cube, then half of it will be submerged while other half will be above the water. If something which has the density 250 kg per meter cube, then 1/4 will be submerged while 3/4 will be above the water. Now let's talk about ice. There is a misconception that solids have higher density compared to liquid, but that's not always true, especially in case of ice and water. Water density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. If we increase or decrease the temperature, the density decreases, and that's why ice has lower density compared to water. Ice density is merely 920 kg per meter cube, which is 92% of the water, and this is why 92% of iceberg remains submerged in the water.